everything you can to improve your life, sometimes it doesn't feel like enough. You're working harder than you ever have, and you've created good habits to support your work, but you always end up burning out. This is where I found myself recently, and I wanted to figure out why. A couple months ago, some friends asked if I wanted to live together in the mountains for a month. I wanted to go, but I questioned whether it was a good idea because it might cost too much, disrupt my routine, and distract me from my work. But at this point, I had gone through burnout so many times that I knew I had to change something about my life to find answers. So I went. After living with them for a couple weeks, I noticed our day-to-day looked relatively the same as before. We would exercise, cook, work, go for walks. Yet, for some reason, I felt happier, more fulfilled, more motivated. What had changed? We were in one of the most beautiful places, but I never felt like this when I traveled to other incredible places. And then one day it finally hit me what had been missing. People. Not just anyone, but the right people. People with similar ambitions, people I could enjoy the mundane things with, people I could grow with. This made all the difference. I no longer had to fight with myself to stay motivated or happy. It just came from being with the right people. I felt like I had found the solution to my burnouts, but I still didn't know why I kept burning out. The answer was simple, but I had to dig deep to find it. Growing up, I never fully recognized my sensitivity to others. How they think, what they feel, and what they do all rub off on me no matter how disciplined I am. This created a lot of conflict within myself because everyone around me wanted different things. I knew what I wanted, but I felt like I was the only one, and I didn't want to be alone, so I just went along with what everyone else was doing. This led to setting more reasonable goals with less risk and clearer paths. And before I knew it, I was working a job I disliked, living in a place I had outgrown, and coping with it through unhealthy habits. I had built relationships and a reputation that didn't suit me, and all my energy was spent maintaining this facade. Everyone else seemed to have it figured out, so I'd pretend to have it figured out too. But underneath this mask, I was so lost that I forgot I was pretending. My life's trajectory seemed to be out of my control, even though I was doing everything I could to change it. But no amount of good habits, relationships, and success could make up for what I was ignoring. Who I really am and what I truly want. The truth is, I was afraid to be alone, to leave the comfort of the people and places I know, and to change the way people who know me see me. But the funny thing is, I never felt more uncomfortable and alone than this time in my life. By going on this trip, by doing something that excited me despite my fears, uncertainties, and doubts, I rediscovered who I am and remembered the dreams I had brushed aside. I realized that my higher sensitivity to others is a superpower, not a curse. And this changed everything. Coming out of this trip, I've realized that often the people I'm around simply don't want the same things I do, and that's okay. But I have to recognize when I'm ignoring my own desires just to fit in, and give myself the grace to move in a new direction, even if it means leaving behind the people and places I know for a while. It's scary, but I know that on the other side lies the life I was meant to live and a version of myself I love. I need to trust that I'll find others who share my values and goals, who I align with, and when I do, seize the opportunity to grow with them. The journey isn't just easier with others, it's way more fun. We smile more, we laugh more, we share experiences, ideas, we hold each other accountable, the list goes on. And when I put all these benefits together, I find that I not only grow faster, but I enjoy the process, which makes it a lot easier to keep going. I don't have any regrets, but if I were to go back to the beginning, when I didn't know any better, this is what I'd tell myself. Don't walk this path alone, and don't settle for less than what you desire. There are others who want the same things you do, who are better suited for where you're at. Find them, grow with them, keep doing this as you build the life of your dreams. One way or another, you'll get to where you want to be, But with the right people around, the journey will be just as fun as the destination.
I don't want to wait for this train. Oh no, we can't. We're not gonna make it. It's going too fast. Bummer.